Hi! Hi everyone! Yes, good to see you again. And I wish you all a very happy day and a Merry Christmas. You know what? Not yet. Yes, next week we're going to have a Christmas party. Okay, but I already put the Christmas tree on. Yeah. Okay. Hey, did you see Douglas the puppet? Yeah, we're going to see him afterward. Oh, he's so much better than me. I can't do like him. I am no good. No, don't say that. Sammy, no, that's a big mistake. What mistake? You must never compare yourself with other people. Everybody is special in their own way. We all have a gift and a talent and creative in our own way. Oh, yes, it's your fault. My fault? Why? Because you can't keep your mouth shut when I'm talking.
We are one, we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same ocean. We are every boy and girl. Come together and share our dreams. We be amongst the stars. And we know that it's destiny. That we are unity. We are unity.
That's most important. Let's celebrate our creativity. Oh, what's that? Yeah, being creative, coming up with something. Take your own initiative. Do action, and be creative. Everybody of us has talents, a gifting. Yeah, okay. God has given each one of us a gift. Don't be ungrateful for what God has given you. Oh, no, I don't want that. Let's celebrate. And keep your mouth shut. Stop it. Stop it. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Take action. Take action. Take initiative. Take initiative. Copycat. Copycat. I'm a copycat. Yes, you are. No, you are a copycat. And if you are copying everybody other people do, that is not being creative. It's not taking initiative, it's copying people. No, we don't want that, right? Okay. Alright then. Now let's watch a very nice video recording of a girl who is very exceptionally creative. We may not all be as creative as her, but everybody has a creative gift. And you just have to find out. Find which one is yours. Okay? Alright then. Let's go.
These are the eyes of Mary, moments after she's told she's going to bear baby Jesus. And these are the eyes of the 12-year-old girl from whom the vision sprang.
And I do mostly a joyful tear in my paintings, but they don't cry it out, it's inside them.
Akiana, the painter and poet, believed to be the world's only child prodigy in both. This Idaho girl claims her talent is a gift, and much like Mary, Akiana believes she was chosen by God.
I'm just like her, I'm just a servant. I'm just a person who, tells people about what he showed me.
Her journey began at the age of 4. Akiana says God took her to heaven.
He's just lifting me up to heaven. I don't know how, but out of the blue, I just saw these magnificent things. The colors are so bright, they're so beautiful, and there's so many other colors that we don't even know.
In her art, you'll find circles and spheres. Akiana says God lives inside what she calls the house of light.
I saw angels, flowers. The flowers are like semi-real, semi-crystal inside. It's like really weird.
Akiana says she spent what felt like a lifetime in heaven, but when she returned, it had only been a few hours. She would have several of these visions at this time in her life.
When I was 4 years old, I told my mom to write everything down in a journal.
Her mother, Farelli, grew up in Lithuania without any sort of religion and couldn't believe her daughter at first.
As a former atheist, I like everything to be proven.
Even more amazing, Akiana had never even heard the word God before until the visions.
I never knew anything. It just didn't matter to me. But when I heard the word God, something just struck me.
Then she started to draw. This drawing of an angel was one of her first at the age of 4. At the age of 5, Akiana drew this hand, a noticeable improvement. Another jump in her abilities followed at 6, and at 7 she added a new art form to her palette, poetry.
Love is always crowded. Love is a shared self.
By the age of 8, her parents began videotaping her work. That's when she painted arguably her most famous painting, The Prince of Peace.
Zoom forward, it's like pulsating. It's enlarging and going shrinking like this. It's always kind of quantum art, what I could call it. It's just like evolving, and you never know what's going to be at the end.
Her mother documenting every stage of the creation for those who didn't believe her talent.
There are so many hoaxes out there, and we know a lot of people who fake a lot of things, so one has to be very persistent and focused in investigating everything.
And by the age of 9, most of the questions had been answered. Akiana was declared a child prodigy in both painting and poetry. Even as she finishes her current project, a soon-to-be titled Portrait of Mary, Akiana says she's still learning.
If people were like an expert and they paint this magnificent paintings, they still don't know anything yet. They still don't probably just know 1%.
Akiana says sometimes she's even inspired by her own art. This particular painting called Mother's Love is of Mary and baby Jesus, and she says looking at it helps her continue her work.
I just wanted to express beauty in her and how she connected with Jesus, and I actually connected her robe with Jesus because they're like one.
Some critics have decided her art is a commodity. Paintings like The Prince of Peace, Co-Creation, and Father Forgive Them are valued at around $1 million.
A big, huge portion of my paintings, the original paintings, are being sold and they go straight to charity, and that's what my goal is, actually, to help as many children and families as possible.
Through all of this, her parents trying to give her and her brothers the most normal upbringing as possible, each one of them with a special place in their home.
One is a chef, another is the house cleaner, another is, taking care of this one.
So what's in the future for this Idaho girl? Right now, piano lessons.
It's gonna be fun in life.
For Akiana, it's just another way to be closer to God. In Sandpoint, Hannah Nato, today's Channel 6 News.
Do you ever notice something that needs to be done? You wait around for someone to tell you to do it, or think that it's someone else's responsibility. You think it's up to them. Well, what if them is you? Let's explore that on this episode of Rocket Kids. I'm Aspen, and let's get this started. As kids, we are great at noticing things that need to be done. The trash needs to be taken out, my uniform needs to be ready for tomorrow's game, or I need to start that project. A lot of times we think this is someone else's job, like mom and dad. We say they need to do that, or I'll wait until they tell me to do it. Maybe it's time we just get it done. This is called taking initiative, and it's a huge lesson we all need to learn. We see something that needs to be done, or maybe there's something we want to accomplish. In order to get it done and make it happen, we have to know that it all begins with us. It begins with you. We have to begin to think that no one is going to do it for us. When we can get in that mindset, we are taking responsibility. We are taking initiative, and taking initiative is cool. Here are my 3 super simple examples for taking initiative and learning that they is you. Example number 1. Let's say I spilled the milk at dinner. I sit there and watch it run off the table and onto the floor. What a mess. But we don't do messes. So we say, Mom, I spilled my milk. Can you clean that up? We've all said it. We think they have to do this. Remember, they is you. So let's get up and do it ourselves. Now that's taking initiative. And taking initiative is cool. A new kid has just moved in down the street. We think they should come over and introduce themselves. So we wait for them to do that, and they don't. Maybe they're in their house thinking you should come over and introduce yourself. So they wait on us. And there we are, just waiting. Remember, they is you. So here's an idea. Take the initiative to go knock on the door, and then bam! You have made a new friend. It's all because you took initiative, and taking initiative is cool. We decided that we want to take piano lessons. We go each week to see the piano teacher. Our parents have even bought us a keyboard. But we go to our lesson and then just walk by the keyboard every day without practicing. What are we waiting on? We want to get better, right? We want to learn, right? Are we waiting on someone else to tell us to practice? It's not up to anyone else but us. Remember, they is you, so it's up to you to get it done. So get it done. That's taking initiative. And taking initiative is cool. So, there are some super simple examples of taking initiative and learning to be responsible. As we go through life, the more we can see what needs to be done, and then we just go do it, the better outcomes we are going to have. And not just better outcomes, but we are more likely to have the outcomes we want. Cleaning up after ourselves, making new friends, and practicing what we want to get better at. All takes initiative. So is achieving our goals, doing our best, and overcoming the things that scare us. So remember, they is you, and no one is going to do it for you. So go out there and take some initiative. Taking initiative is cool. What have you done to take initiative? Let us know in the comments because we would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so we can keep bringing you great videos. I'm Aspen, this is Rocket Kids, and always be your best self.
सर आपके लिए उस पार कार का इंतजाम किया है सर आइए सर ये चल चल
I hate this country.
तुम चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले 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 लगा हाथ के सूरज सुबह निकाला करे हथेलियों में भरे धूप और उछाला करे ओ लगा हाथ के सूरज सुबह निकाला करे हथेलियों में भरे धूप और उछाला करे उफक पे पाँव रखो और चलो अकड़ के चलो उफक पे पाँव रखो और चलो पकड़ के चलो फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो फलक पकड़ के उठो और हवा पकड़ के चलो तुम चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले तुम चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले हिंदुस्तान चले चलो
Now that little boy in the movie, he was taking initiative and not only taking the action, but he was a leader in his own way. Yes, when he made other people follow him, he was the initiator to get people to follow him. That's right. And now I have a story here. It's called The Rock on the Road. And this is about a king who, when he stood on his window balcony on his palace and looked down, he saw people fighting, arguing, and being not very helpful to each other. And nobody was doing anything nice, and he was feeling discouraged. He said, "Isn't there anybody good in my kingdom?" And he had a plan. So at night, when it was dark, he sent out his servants. And the servant, he put a rock in the middle of the road. First he dug a little hole and he put something under. Right. And the next day, you see all the people came and everybody was complaining. "Isn't anybody putting this rock away? What? Who put this rock here? What's this rock doing?" But nobody took the initiative to move the rock. Everybody just complained of being selfish. That's not the way. So, by evening time, finally, a shepherd came along with his sheep. And he said, "Hey, this rock, we have to move it. It's not right." I mean, he could have easily passed by, but he took the initiative. And he was also very creative in taking a little rock with his staff. He managed to move it little by little by little until the rock was taken out of the way. And had he a surprise? Yes, under the rock there was a box, and when he opened it, it was full of gold. And the letter inside it said, "To the person who cares enough for others to move this stone out of the way, this gold is for you. In appreciation, His Majesty the King." So, right, it's rewarding to take the initiative. All right, now we're going to listen to the other good story. You have to listen careful to that one.
Saying you want it bad will not get you results. But showing you want it bad will. Talking about it will not get you results. Doing it will. You see, in life, you have a choice. You can either be a spectator or you can be a participant. Spectators like to talk. Participants are all about action. You see, everybody talks a good game, don't they? But what separates the successful from the unknown is action. The successful, the champions of life, they take massive action. They don't hesitate. They don't procrastinate. They do not fear failure. They fear being average. Dreams can come true, but dreams need action. But there's a difference between a dream and a fairy tale. There's a difference in a dream and a good idea. See, a dream will keep coming back. A dream will not go away. I don't care how many years, how many months, how many days, that dream will keep coming back. Whatever dream you gotta have action, and if not, it's always gonna stay a fairy tale. In fact, it will stalk you. It will harass you until you give in and say, "It is now time for me to launch. It's time for me to step out. It's time for me to jump and go for it."
Saying you want it bad will not get you results, but showing you want it bad will. Talking about it will not get you results. Doing it will. You see, everyone talks a good game, don't they? But what separates the successful from the unknown is action. The successful, the champion, they all take massive action. They do not hesitate. They do not procrastinate. They do not fear failure. They fear average. They do not die wondering what might have been. Sure, they may fail. In fact, they will most likely fail more than the average person, but they keep going. They keep taking massive action because they know consistent action breeds success.
We don't want to live a life where you're all talk and no action. See, people say it all the time, talk is cheap. I've heard people say, you know what, you can have what you say. Which one is true? See, I believe talk is cheap if you don't have action. I believe you can have what you say, but you have to have action. In fact, faith without works is dead. The only way your dream can become your reality is that you have to have action. Talking alone will not make your dream a reality.
BCF Wife here. Woo! We do this with BCF Wife because it's right. Oh yeah. I take initiative. I take initiative. Woo! Take initiative. Take initiative. What? Take initiative. Take initiative. Woo! I take initiative. I take initiative. What? I take initiative. All mopping. I keep it clean. Head bopping. I do my chores. No stopping. 24/7. All hopping. I do my homework. No need to ask. You need to find me. I'll be in class. I take initiative because it's right. Shine like a star and spend my life. I take initiative. I take initiative. Who take initiative? Take initiative. What? Take initiative. Take initiative. I take initiative. I take initiative. What? I take initiative. What am I learning? Work on my rap game. My phones are burning. I'm a role model for my peers. Richie character. When we years. Help my friends when they fall. We're all a team. Basketball. I take initiative because it's right. Shine like a star and spend my life. Woo woo. I take initiative. I take initiative. Who take initiative? Take initiative. What? Take initiative. Take initiative. I take initiative. I take initiative. What?
I don't wait to help my community. I take initiative.
The Boys Club staff doesn't ask me to get in line. I take initiative.
Don't wait for things to get better. Make things better. Hey guys, it's me again, Douglas, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something today. I wanted to talk to you about initiative. Yeah, an initiative just means seeing something that needs to be done and doing it. And okay, so I walk to school most days, and on the sidewalk on my way to school, there is this big hole in the ground. And it's not just a hole, there's a piece of concrete that came up out of the sidewalk, and it's sort of like on the grass to the side. It's just sitting there waiting to get put back in to fill the hole. And I cannot tell you how many times I have tripped on this hole. So many times, like days and days and days, I'll just walk by, walk, ugh, fall down. And every time I'm going to school almost, I'm falling on this hole. I'm putting my foot in the hole, and then I fall in the concrete, and over and over and over again. And I just keep thinking, man, somebody's got to fix that hole. And every time I fall, I'm like, oh, I just get madder and madder. Like, who is going to fix this hole? And then one day it finally just like hit me. It's like, why don't I fix the hole? So I went and I found the thing, the concrete bit that was in the grass, and it was kind of heavy, but I kind of scooched it over, and I plunked it down in the hole, and it fits right into the hole, and then you can walk on it, and then you don't trip on it anymore. And I was like, I can't believe how long it took me to realize that I could fix this hole. And, I'm talking about a hole in the concrete, but this applies to so much stuff in our lives. If you watch the news even for like 2 seconds, you're like, man, look at all this sad stuff, this bad stuff that's going on in the world. There are people who are starving, and there's people who need help from natural disasters, and there's so much sadness and grief and bad stuff going on in the world. And I just, you watch it and you just think, man, who's going to fix this? Well, you can, and I can. If you see a new kid at school and you hope that someone goes and sits with him, go sit with him. You know, it's a nice thing to think nice thoughts about someone. You know, like, wow, I really hope that things go well for that guy. Or, you know, sometimes we say things like, yeah, I'll be praying for you. And praying is absolutely important. It's very, very good. But sometimes the answer to our prayers is us. Sometimes I think that God might laugh a little bit when we pray that way. If we're like, God, please send someone to help poor people in my town. Sometimes I imagine God is up there going, yeah, you. I send you. And now you might be saying, well, Douglas, no, there are such big problems out there, and there's no way that I could fix all the problems in the world. And that's true. There's no way you can fix all the problems in the world. But if all you do is just sit around waiting for problems to be fixed, and you're not trying to be part of the solution, that's no good. Don't just hope that good things happen. Make good things happen. So my challenge to you guys today is this. If you see someone in need, or you see something that needs to be done, the challenge is that you would be a part of the solution. So maybe you see that they need wells dug in Africa. Don't just say, well, I hope somebody does something about that. No, see if there is somebody doing something about that and see how you can help. If there's nobody doing the thing that you think needs to be done, do it. Get other people to help you. Be a part of the solution. God loves to work through people like you and me. God wants us to take initiative and to get good stuff done.
So, thank you, Puppet Douglas. Now, we're coming to the last song. My favorite. Yes, it's called Spreading Love. It's a beautiful song by Nemo and Shivani. They are good friends of myself and people here in Bangalore. She used to live here. So now, listen to this really nice song. And most important, initiative is something to spread love. That's the most important initiative we should take, right? And each one of us is gifted in different creative ways. That is always to be remembered. So find out what talent God has gifted you with, and then develop it and use it for the good of others and even yourself. Don't listen to the fearful voices that in your head that tell you, it can't be done. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. No, just get started and you will get better as you along the way. Okay? All right then. I see you next time. Oh, come for the Christmas party, okay? Bye.
Don't you feel the love is all around, in the sky and in the ground, in every single living thing, and in the song that I'm singing. There are children in the streets that have nothing to eat, yet their hearts are full of love. They are beings from above. Love's everywhere you go. All you have to do is open up your soul. Feel the love inside you grow, and take every chance you get to spread the love everywhere. Can you feel it in the air? It's spreading everywhere. Can you feel the love inside? It's spreading worldwide. With every step you take, there's pleasure, there is pain. Every being everywhere, feel the love you share, feel the love we share, let it grow everywhere.
We gonna take this magical feeling, spread it around from when the sun rises till the evening. Let it touch the heart of the souls that are grieving, cause we rising and without you we ain't leaving.
Love is a really special thing, can't be replaced with anything, including diamond rings and rich, wealthy kings. The offspring of a butterfly feels the love once it flies. Doesn't matter what your size, you'll feel the love inside. Now there's a thing called hate, and that's a classified mistake. There's only room for love today, so forget all the pain. Can you feel the love inside? It is spreading worldwide. With every step you take, there is pleasure, there is pain. Every being, everywhere. Can you feel the love you share? Or feel the love we share? Let it grow everywhere.
We spreading love one at a time, one at a time. Doesn't matter your race, color, or size. All I know is that when I look into your eyes, love is all I wanna spread. I realize I love you. I say that truly from my heart, cause I know if I don't start now, who knows when we'll depart. I have faith that our love creates a spark that starts a flame that will erase all the dark, yeah. Imagine that, dark turn into light, just cause one of our hearts loosened up from its tight grip, so it touched the next with all its joy and brightness. And that's the story of how we ended this crisis.